In a world constantly buzzing, always demanding your attention, how often do you truly hit pause? How do you find that elusive pocket of peace?
It often feels like we're just, running on a treadmill, doesn't it?
Yeah, chasing the next notification, the next deadline, the next thing that pulls us away from just being.
But what if the answer, or part of the answer, to that constant churn, that feeling overwhelmed, was something really simple?
Something ancient, maybe. Something you might even have in your kitchen right now.
Exactly. That's what we're diving into today. This deep dive is all about the habit of drinking tea. Seems simple, right?
Deceptively simple, maybe.
Uh-huh. But it's this profoundly powerful practice, whether it's like a formal ceremony or just a quiet cup you make at home.
And we're going to unpack how it's this incredible tool, not just for your physical health, but for your mind, your connections too.
We've really gone through a lot of material for you, scientific studies, green tea and the brain, cultural histories, looking at tea as a symbol of love, hospitality.
Plus, insights from real people, just trying to make these rituals work in their busy lives.
Right. So our mission here is to pull out the most important bits, the key insights, and give you a shortcut, really, to understanding the surprising facts and honestly profound benefits packed into every sip.
Okay, let's get into it. Let's unpack the surprising depth of a tea ritual. So, first off, the idea of ritual itself. It's bigger than just tea, isn't it?
No, absolutely. Yeah. It's really compelling how universal this need for rituals is. It seems almost baked into us as humans.
Like a fundamental need.
Yeah, pretty much. Think about them as structured tools. They shape our mental states through repetition, symbolism, predictability.
Predictability. That feels key in a world that often feels, well, chaotic.
Exactly. Rituals offer this sense of control, stability, and we're not just talking grand ceremonies here.
Right. Not just weddings or religious rites. It can be personal, everyday stuff.
Precisely. Any consistent, meaningful act we repeat, they create these little islands of predictability,
That makes sense. And our sources really dug into how they work, like mentally.
Yeah.
They act as frameworks.
They help improve focus by giving clear direction, like a roadmap for your mind, cutting through all the daily noise.
Without it, it's like being in a fog, right?
Yeah, good analogy. And beyond focus, they really boost emotional control. They reduce anxiety.
How so?
Well, when you have a predictable routine, especially when things are stressful, it acts like an anchor, grounds you in something familiar, safe.
Okay, an anchor. I like that.
And it even supports resilience. By having these reliable routines, especially when you're facing challenges, you're building a kind of psychological strength.
Through repetition.
Exactly. The repetition reinforces mental preparation. Some studies actually showed, get this, that doing personal rituals before, say, an exam or a big presentation, it can actually improve performance. It primes the mind, reduces that pre-show anxiety.
Wow. So it creates this familiarity, this order that lets your mind prepare instead of getting swamped.
Perfectly put. It allows your mind to truly prepare.
Okay, so bringing this back to tea. This means our simple cup can become one of these powerful rituals.
Absolutely. It doesn't need to be some huge production. You can design your own harmonious tea space. The chaji, right? From traditional tea ceremonies.
Chaji. And the amazing thing isn't just that these elements exist, but how putting them together deliberately, almost like architecture. It transforms the whole thing. It shapes your mood before you even take a sip. It's about creating an environment that just invites calm.
And that's where understanding the chashi concept is so valuable. It guides you through making intentional choices for your space.
Okay, so where do we start?
First, the tea leaves themselves. They're considered the soul of tea art. Not just the drink, but the leaves.
The soul. How so?
Their presence, their aroma, even before brewing, their look, it defines the color palette, the textures, the whole vibe of the space.
Oh, okay.
They have this power to soothe the mind, refresh the soul. So surprisingly, they're maybe the most important element in this whole setup.
I love that. The leaves setting the stage, and then the tea set, obviously.
Yay! And it's not just functional, it's practical and artistic, an extension of the ritual.
So the teapot.
Most important for brewing and serving. Then the teacups, often small, no handles, so you feel the warmth.
Ah, nice touch.
The tea pitcher, for pouring evenly, ensures consistency. And the tea tray holds it all, catches spills, keeps things focused.
And the materials matter, right?
Yeah.
Porcelain, clay, glass.
Absolutely. Quality materials, the right size and shape, And something visually appealing that fits your theme. It's about bringing this quiet beauty, this intention, into the everyday act.
And this attention to detail goes beyond the ceramics, doesn't it? Cloths, fabrics.
True, definitely. They're not just for cleaning. They profoundly impact the aesthetic, the atmosphere.
Color psychology.
Exactly. Bright red might feel exciting, energetic. Soft blue brings calm, serenity. Texture too smooth silk feels formal, maybe. Rustic linen feels natural, comforting.
And it's not just the table runner.
No, it can be cushions, bedding, if it's in a bedroom space, even drapes. You're creating a whole cohesive mood. It really envelops you.
It really is crafting a whole sensory experience. And speaking of senses, flowers seem crucial in chashi.
Essential elements, yeah. They represent nature, the changing seasons, a reminder of beauty, maybe impermanence.
And they let you bring your own thoughts, emotions into the space?
Traditionally, they embody simplicity, elegance. Our sources mention 4 types.
Okay.
Upright style for dignity, elegance, often centered. Inclined style, more natural, relaxed, like it's reaching out.
Okay.
Hanging style, ethereal, delicate, often in the background. And horizontal, harmonious, balanced, usually in low containers.
Wow, specific. And the flowers themselves have meanings.
They can, yeah. Cherry blossoms, fleeting beauty, life's transience, peonies, wealth, honor. It's like the silent conversation with nature happening right there.
Beautiful. What about other elements? Incense.
Very significant in many traditions. The aroma purifies the air, creates this pristine feel, and it subtly sets a meditative mood.
But there are rules, right? Practical ones.
Yeah, good point. Avoid smells that overpower the tea. Don't put it where wind scatters the smoke. And make sure the smoke doesn't get in your eyes.
Right. Common sense. It's all about enhancing, not distracting.
Exactly. Every single element is chosen deliberately. Like paintings and scrolls.
The visual focal point. Behind the tea table, usually.
Typically, yeah. They might have famous quotes, poems, and elegant script conveying philosophical ideas, or just simple beauty.
Or landscapes, flowers.
Delicate brushstrokes, often combining calligraphy and painting. They silently reinforce the intention of the space, inviting peace, contemplation.
And food, the little bites.
Can't forget the food, chashi. Designed to enhance the tea, not overpower it.
So small, elegant.
Usually, yeah. Matched to the theme. Light fruits or buns, maybe with a green tea for tranquility. Savory snacks with richer teas.
And presentation is key.
Absolutely key. Decorative arrangements, thoughtful plating. It's a whole ballet of flavors and visuals.
Even things like handicrafts. Little sculptures or vases.
They play a vital role, too. Often representing cultural heritage, creating specific atmospheres, evoking emotions or memories.
What kind of materials?
So diverse. Ceramics, wood, metal, bamboo, vases, sculptures, figurines, and sometimes they're practical, too. Like a beautiful teapot stand that also protects the table from heat. Form and function blended perfectly.
Okay, so we have the objects. What about the space itself? The background?
Crucial for that peaceful atmosphere. Think bamboo symbolizing strength, harmony. Stones or rocks, solidity, stillness.
And windows.
Windows give openness, light, that connection to the outside, blurs the lines between inside and out, promotes relaxation, calm.
So the overall harmony comes from bringing all these pieces together intentionally.
Precisely. It's that holistic attention to detail, selecting, arranging, creating a tranquil sanctuary for enjoyment and presence.
Okay, so we've got the art of the ritual setting the stage. But it's more than just looking nice, isn't it? There's actual biology here.
Oh, absolutely. It's fascinating. There's real science explaining why a warm cup feels so comforting. It's not just in our heads.
So what did the research find?
Well, a really interesting study, I think it was Yale and University of Colorado, they found that just holding a warm cup of coffee made people see lab workers as having warmer personalities, more open, more trustworthy.
Just from holding the cup? Wow.
Yeah. Suggests a direct subconscious link between physical warmth and how we perceive emotional warmth. Like your hand is telling your brain how to feel about someone.
That's incredible. So it's not just subjective. And they found a brain connection.
They did. A region called the insula, or insular cortex.
The insula.
Think of it like a central processor deep in the brain. And what's amazing is it processes both physical temperature, like the warm mug, and interpersonal warmth, feeling connected or trusting.
So it links those two feelings.
Yeah.
Physical warmth and emotional warmth.
Exactly. So when you feel the mug's warmth, your brain processes it similarly to how it processes feeling emotionally safe or bonded. It's quite remarkable.
And that might explain why we reach for a warm drink when we feel down or want to connect.
Precisely. Not just when we're physically cold. And it might start really, really early.
How early?
Possibly in the womb or infancy. That early experience of being held, feeling warmth from a caregiver, it gets associated subconsciously with shelter, safety, nourishment.
A primal connection.
Totally. And it digs into our neurochemistry, too. Warm sensations, especially touch, can promote oxytocin release.
Cuddle hormone.
Right. Associated with comfort, relaxation, bonding. So that warm cup is actually triggering a neurochemical response for well-being and calm.
And touch develops super early in the womb, right?
Yeah.
Distinguishing hot and cold.
By the third trimester, yeah. Which just shows how deep-seated this warmth comfort thing is, literally from before we're born.
Okay, so that's the immediate comfort. But what about long-term health benefits? Especially green tea.
Right. There's a really interesting study focusing on middle-aged and older men and long-term green tea drinking.
Right.
The results were pretty impressive.
Like what?
Well, a significantly reduced body mass index, BMI, which is huge for metabolic health, reducing chronic disease risk, longevity.
So a simple tool for weight management.
Seems like it. And get this one, increased testosterone level.
Increased? Really? I thought I'd heard maybe the opposite sometime.
That's the interesting part. Some acute studies, maybe animal models or high doses, suggested a temporary inhibition. But this long-term human study showed a significant increase over time.
And for older men, that means?
More vitality, potentially improved sexual function, better mood, maybe even less depression. It really highlights how long-term, consistent use can have different effects than just a single dose.
That's a key distinction. What about things people worry about, like thyroid?
Good question. Some animal studies raised concerns, but this human study found no significant differences in TSH, FT3, FT4, or even estradiol in these men.
So normal consumption is unlikely to cause thyroid issues.
The evidence here strongly suggests not, which is reassuring.
Yeah, definitely reassuring. Okay, back to the positives. Sleep. I thought caffeine in green tea might be bad for sleep.
It's paradoxical, isn't it? Green tea has caffeine, yes, but it also has L-theanine.
The calming amino acid.
Right. Known for anti-anxiety, sleep-promoting effects. So the study found that while initial caffeine exposure might disrupt sleep for some, long-term use actually led to significantly better sleep quality and duration. Likely that balance between the caffeine and the calming L-theanine over time.
Fascinating. So how does this all link to mental health, like depression?
The study drew a really direct link. Better sleep quality, plus a significant reduction in inflammation measured by something called the Systemic Immune Inflammation Index, or SII.
SII, like an internal inflammation marker.
Exactly. High SII means chronic low-grade inflammation, which we now know is a major driver of depression. So green tea seems to help dial down that inflammation.
Leading to lower depression levels in the tea drinkers.
Significantly lower, yeah. And it seems time-dependent long-term use has a much stronger protective effect.
Wow. And what about brain aging? That sounds exciting.
It really is. They found higher gray matter volume in specific brain regions in the long-term tea drinkers.
Gray matter, like processing power. Which regions?
The left medial occipitotemporal and parahippocampal gyrus. Basically, areas really important for memory formation, retrieval, higher-level visual processing.
So learning, remembering, understanding the world.
Pretty much. It suggests long-term tea drinking might actually delay age-related loss of gray matter, likely due to the neuroprotective effects of compounds like EGCG in green tea.
EGCG, that powerful antioxidant, like a shield for your brain cell.
Kind of, yeah. Potentially keeping your mind sharper longer.
That's amazing. And while that study was green tea, lots of teas have benefits, right?
Oh, absolutely. Across the board, teas are rich in antioxidants fighting free radicals, reducing disease risk.
And herbal teas.
Things like peppermint, ginger, great for digestion, reducing bloating.
Heart health.
Black and green tea both have flavonoids shown to help lower blood pressure, support the cardiovascular system.
Weight management.
Oolong in green tea can give metabolism a gentle boost, help burn fat more efficiently.
Even bones.
Yeah. There's evidence regular tea consumption can help maintain bone density. It really is a powerhouse beverage, benefiting you from head to toe.
So we've got the art, the science, but tea is so much about people, isn't it? Culture, connection.
Absolutely. It's more than just a drink. It's been this incredible medium for connection, hospitality, affection for centuries all over the world. A silent language of care, almost.
How does it show up in relationships? Like romance?
Well, think back to China's Tang Dynasty. Lovers would exchange tea as a gesture of affection, commitment.
Nice.
And there's the Longjing tea engagement tradition. The groom gives premium dragon well tea to the bride's family, symbolizing sincerity, loyalty.
A serious gift.
Very. Even in Victorian England, afternoon tea wasn't just about scones. It was often a setting for courtship, polite conversation, showing intention. Tea was this elegant language of love.
It carries so much meaning, and not just romantic love, right?
Yep.
Families, too.
Deeply woven into family bonding. In China, the tea ceremony, offering tea to elders, is a profound sign of gratitude, respect.
And Japan's ceremony, Shanuyu,
Represents harmony, purity, love for tradition, often part of big family events, weddings, birthdays, welcoming new members. Think about India, too, the daily ritual of making chai for loved ones. It's such a fundamental act of care, hospitality, daily connection.
It's about the making, too, not just drinking.
Exactly. Made with intention, with heart, fosters togetherness.
And friendships. How does tea strengthen those?
The Moroccan mint tea tradition is a beautiful example. Preparing and serving it is a symbol of friendship, welcome.
Isn't there a saying about that?
Yeah. 1 cup is a stranger, 2 cups is a friend, and 3 cups is family. Shows that journey of trust unfolding over tea.
Lovely. And in the UK, having a cuppa.
It's that quintessential comforting way to connect, right?
Yeah.
Share stories, offer support, just be with someone. Simple, but reinforces community, empathy.
So how does this translate personally, like for individuals?
Well, one anecdote from our sources really hit home. The phrase, no tea, no nothing.
No tea, no nothing.
Yeah, from someone's father. It was so tied to him, it was engraved on his burial stone. For him, nothing was fully enjoyed without a strong glass of tea. He'd joke about rather skipping food than tea.
Wow, that's commitment. A testament to its central role in his life.
Totally. It speaks volumes.
I get that. My own childhood has memories tied to Persian hospitality, tear off, lots of tea offerings.
Ah, yes.
And those moments, serving, drinking, slow conversation, they always brought this sense of peace, connection, a real break from rushing. For me, tea's been like a tonic for life's problems and a celebration of simple joys. When I'm anxious, stressed, can't sleep, making and sipping tea slowly, honestly, it's one of the best medicines, a balm.
That's a wonderful, relatable example. These personal rituals give us that essential break from work, from screens. They foster civility, presence.
It's not about perfect stillness, maybe just carving out time.
Right. And interestingly, interviews with older adults about well-being, a huge number pointed to daily tea or coffee breaks as a key, non-negotiable, comforting ritual.
Really? That's specific?
Yeah. Reinforces how rituals give us control in a chaotic world, connect us to something bigger, trigger memories, reinforce identity.
Okay, so we've covered the power of ritual, creating the space, the science, the cultural connection. Now let's tie it all together with mindfulness. Turning tea into meditation.
Exactly. Mindfulness basically is focusing on the present moment to calm the mind, improve health, lift mood.
It's a specific type of meditation.
Yeah. Mindfulness is a technique within the broader practice of meditation, designed to increase awareness, improve focus. The great thing is you can do it anytime, anywhere.
Oh.
Just by intentionally paying attention to your mental, emotional, sensory feelings as they happen without judging them.
And tea fits into this how.
Yeah.
Seems almost too simple.
That's the beauty. Tea is often taken for granted, right?
Yeah.
But it's this incredibly accessible pathway to mindfulness.
And this isn't new, right? It has deep roots.
Oh, ancient roots. Mindfulness comes from Zen Buddhist meditation. Monks traditionally drank tea, often grown right there at the monastery.
Why?
To help them stay alert, but also relaxed. Clear-headed, emotionally balanced during long meditation sessions. The compounds in tea, like L-theanine, intuitively fostered that calm alertness.
Calm alertness. Perfect for introspection.
Exactly. And the Japanese tea ceremony, Chonoyu, is a prime example of mindful tea drinking in practice.
Based on those pillars. Respect, purity, harmony, tranquility.
The setting itself encourages it. Rustic hut, low door, requiring a bow for humidity, leaving the world outside.
And it takes time, right? An hour or two.
Yeah, allowing for careful preparation, drinking multiple cups, but more importantly for introspection, silence, reflection, relaxation.
And people talk afterwards
Wow.
about insights gained.
Often, yeah. Sharing feelings, realizations. There's that saying, ichigo ichi.
One time, one meeting.
Right, highlighting the unique preciousness of each ceremony, each moment, a reminder to be fully present.
And the Chinese Ganfu ceremony also encourages mindfulness.
Through its methodical, step-by-step process with multiple short infusions, absolutely.
But it's not just formal ceremonies, is it? British afternoon tea, Moroccan mint tea.
Exactly. Even if they're more social, they offer that cultural moment to pause, slow down, enjoy simple pleasures, connect deeply. They all highlight tea's potential to pull us into the present.
Which is great news, because you don't need a formal ceremony to get the benefits.
Not at all. You can create your own ritual right at home. The key is engaging all your senses.
Okay, guide us through that.
Watch the leaves unfurl, see the colors change in the water, smell the steam, really inhale it. Taste each sip, notice the flavors, how they change. Feel the cup's warmth, its texture, its weight.
Focusing on those small details.
Transforms it from just drinking tea into a mindful, restorative moment.
And the brewing itself should be intentional, too.
Definitely. Slow down. Choose tea for your mood, green for focus, chamomile for calm, maybe black tea for energy. Boil the water to the right temperature for that tea.
Pay attention while it steeps.
Watch the color, smell the aroma, then sip slowly, mindfully, tasting, appreciating. That deliberate process fosters awareness, pulls you away from distractions.
And you can personalize it further.
For sure.
Yeah.
Find a quiet spot. Light a candle maybe, soft music, pair it with journaling or deep breathing.
And certain teas work better for meditation.
They can enhance it. Chamomile, lavender for calming, green tea for focus, thanks to L-theanine, oolong for a smooth, relaxed, but attentive state.
Okay, but what if it's hard to sit still? What if preparing it feels stressful, or you need the TV on while drinking?
That's a really common challenge, but insights from other tea drinkers are helpful. Like, gong fu doesn't have to be super formal or perfectly still. It can be casual.
So adapt it.
Yeah. And shift your mindset. View drinking and enjoying the tea as doing something. It deserves your gentle presence. It's not just something to do while doing something else.
That's a powerful reframe. Let go of perfectionism, too.
Absolutely. Don't stress if the water is a degree off or you steeped it 2 seconds too long. Be relaxed. Trust your senses.
And just establishing the ritual helps.
Exactly. The act of intentionally brewing, even imperfectly, helps build the habit. Over time, it gets easier, more enjoyable, to just sit with your tea, be present, and find that quiet peace. It's a process, not instant perfection. That really sums it up nicely. The peace you're looking for might not be out there somewhere.
But right here, in the quiet, intentional ritual of a simple cup.
Exactly. It's this powerful, accessible tool right at your fingertips, really, to reclaim a moment of peace, of presence in your day.
In this deep dive, wow, it covered so much. The physical benefits, BMI, testosterone, inflammation, sleep.
Its power for emotional calm, stress relief.
Its role connecting us to culture, love, community.
Across time, across the globe.
And finally, how it helps cultivate mindfulness, mental resilience in our hectic lives.
So maybe a thought to leave you with, in a world always chasing the next big thing, the next achievement.
Yeah.
Maybe that profound serenity you crave isn't in some grand pursuit. Maybe it is right there, in the quiet ritual of a mindful cup of tea.
So the question for you listening is, what small intentional ritual, maybe involving tea, can you weave into your day to reclaim a moment of peace, presence, a moment that's truly yours?
We really hope this deep dive encourages you to explore your own relationship with tea, to transform it from just a beverage into something truly powerful, comforting, and enriching for your well-being.